Okay. So here we have given one condition that condition 2p minus q equals to 0, right? From this, we can conclude this. Now, from here, we can see that 4 power p, 2 power q plus 25q, 625. So we know 4 equals to 2 square, right? That means it will be 2 to the power 2p by 2 power q plus 25 power q, and 625 means 25 square, right? So it will be again 25 to the power 2p. And if we balance it, then it will be 2p minus 1, sorry, q plus 25 to the power q minus 2p. And from this result, you know, this is equals to 0, right? So this is 2 power 0 plus 25 power 0. And you know any finite number to the power 0 is equals to 1. So it will be 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So almost all of you wrote the correct answer. So it was pretty easy, right? Hopefully you don't have, yeah, don't have any doubt with this question. It was really an easy question. So let's look at the next question. This is question 2. Yeah. Take 2 to 3 minutes to solve it. Then we will again discuss it. Is it visible, the whole question?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us write the equation first and then you can.
Little is not visible, ma'am.
See.
Yeah, now it is visible, yes.
So this is our question. Okay, this is our question.
Can you please enlarge it more? Very difficult to read.
If I rotate the screen,
Yeah, please rotate the screen. That would be better because this view is not good. Yeah, this will be better. This will be better.
Now is it clear, right?
Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay, so take 2 minutes to solve it. Then we will.
And what is the code for join PD?
Okay, you don't need to put any code here. This is just a PDF format. Just you have to answer in the chat box. Okay?
Okay.
So put your answer on the chat box. We got one answer, 42%. Others also try to solve it. It's not that tough one. You just have to read this portion properly. So we have two options, one 57.4 and 142%. Okay, let's see which one is correct. So we have our given equation as AT equals to A naught half or T by gamma, right? Where gamma is the half-life of the material, A naught is the initial concentration of the radioactive element in the given sample, and AT is the concentration of the radioactive element in the given sample after time t. So here we have a hint given in this portion. So the half-life is 1600. That means we got the value of gamma, right? Again, the initial concentration of the radium in a sample was 100%. That means the initial concentration means when T equals to 0, then A of T equals to 100. This is what given in this line. Okay. So you can put the value here in this equation. So it is actually A naught power 0 by gamma. That is equals to A naught. That is equals to 100. So we get the value of A naught, right? So A naught equals to 100. Now, what is our question? Then calculate the percentage of radium in that sample after 2000 years. So when time equals to 0, then we got the value of the function, and we have to calculate the value when t equals to 2000, right? So what will be the answer? A of 2000 equals to A naught into half to the power T by gamma. And do you know the both value for T and gamma? So this is, and also A naught we know. So it is 100 into half power 2000 by 1600, right? Now you can calculate it and it will be probably 42. So
Yes,
is it fine? Here the answer is given with this PDF. Yeah, this is 42. So this is the right answer. So any doubt with this question?
Ma'am, I was stuck while calculating it further. I mean, I was stuck wherein I had to calculate like 1 by 2 raised to the power 5 is okay, but then 1 by 2 raised to the power 1 by 4, how to calculate that?
So there is no problem, right? In this, like power can be rational, power can be irrational also. Last day we learned about the exponential function, right? So here just a equals to half and x equals to 5 by 4. So this is correct. This form is correct, right?
I could also reach here only half by 5 by 4, then later on what to do.
Can you ask it again? Like I didn't. I
Because
think I
half raised to 5 by 4, right?
Yes.
How to go about that later on?
So it's 1 plus 1 by 4, right?
Best I could do is 0.5.
Huh?
There's a percentage, so I thought, let me do that. And if then even if I do in raised to 5 by 1 by 4, so what should I do?
In exams, they would provide a scientific calculator, no?
Yes, yes. Calci
Yeah,
we can
they
use.
will. I think they will provide a scientific calculator, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. On-screen calculator is always ready.
Okay, then you can do it easily. You don't have to do it the
Okay,
hand
okay.
by hand. Yeah, yeah.
Use the calculator best.
Also, you can just look it as this in this form. So it will be easier to calculate. But you don't need to like calculate this type of thing. There will be a scientific calculator on the screen.
That's the reason we stuck up because we were manually calculating. Okay, but
Okay. Yeah, yeah. You can use calculator. You don't need to use like a calculator on the hand. So now
is
it's
there
fine.
some? I think some formulation is there where we can easily make it easier to calculate this.
Yeah. You don't need to be like worried with that type of calculation. That type of calculation you can do using calculator only.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Can I ask one question?
Uh-huh.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, out of this topic, can I ask one question? Means just to confirm, I am asking, what will be the syllabus for quiz 2?
Okay, that I don't know right now. So you can ask it in the next session. So someone else will be guiding you. Okay.
It's
Okay,
week 1 to week 8.
Can you, ma'am,
In week 1, we covered
again
up
explain
to
this
week 4,
question,
right?
ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
It's of low weightage.
Okay,
30%
so
it comes from week 1 to week 4. 70% it comes from week 5 to week 8.
okay.
Question 2, ma'am. Can you again explain this, ma'am?
Which one? This question. This
Yes, ma'am.
question. Yeah. So what is your doubt here? What is your doubt here?
I don't get it. How? Please, can you
Okay.
explain again?
Okay. So here you have the equation given in the question, right? And the variable, which variable means what that is also given here. Like gamma is the half-life of the material, and A naught is the initial concentration of the element, and AT is the concentration of the radioactive element after T time. Okay. And here in this portion is given the half-life is 1600. That means we got the value of gamma, right? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. In the next line, they told that the initial concentration of radium in a sample was 100%. So, what do you mean by initial? Something, if we were talking about some initial something, that means when t equals to 0, some condition, right? Right?
Got it. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So the initial concentration, and for concentration, we have this equation. That means when t equals to 0, we have the value of A0 is equals to 100.
Now I got it, ma'am. I had the confusion how we got A not equal to
Okay.
100. Now I got it. Thank you, ma'am.
So, yeah. Now it is clear to all of you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we can move to the next question. So this is a definition given, which I already covered in the last section. The composition of function, and you already know about the domain of composition of function, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, G of X. If
Just to recall,
form
if
means
we
G of
have,
X.
yes, okay, F is from A to B and G is from C to D. So yeah, one of you can assist. What will be the domain and codomain for suppose D dash and D double dash. So what is D dash? One of you can assist. What is D dash? Domain of F compose G. Last day we covered it, right? So this is X belongs to C such that Gx belongs to A, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And D double dash is nothing but B, right? The domain of F. Because we are applying F here, letter. Right? So that you know, and yeah, hence this question. Now try to solve it. We solved this type of question in the last session, right? So yeah, try to solve it. Take your time and put the answer on the chat box. So there is a warning that you should this should be MSQ also, right? This should be MSQ also. So yeah, try to look at all the option. Try to check all the option. So many of you are saying that it is A. We have so many answers. One is A, one is C. Okay. Someone has raised their hand. So yeah, what do you want to say? Ratna Kumar.
Ma'am, actually from 5.2, there is one question out. If it is okay, I'll ask.
Okay, with the end of the session, I will cover your doubts.
Okay.
Yeah. Now let us first finish this. There's some
Now,
related question.
assignment, ma'am, we are following. Just I joined now.
Okay, okay. So this
Which
is our
assignment?
question. This is our first question. First,
Okay.
sorry, first and second question. If you want, I will share the PDF with you in the chat box. And this is our third question. Try to solve it. Then I will solve it.
Which assignment from this one? Week 5 to week 5 point?
Yeah, this is week 5 solve with a session.
Okay.
So many of you are saying that the answer is A. Okay. C and B. Good. C and B. This is our hard. We have so many answers here. Okay. Let's try to solve it. So what is given here that f of x equals to x plus 1 to the power half. So here they didn't mention anything about the domain of f, right? So we have to first calculate what may be the domain of f, right? So yeah, we if we have the power as half, right? So in order to make it a real number, we have to consider that x plus 1 should be positive, right? And
Yeah.
it implies x should be greater or equals to -1. So from this equation, we can get the domain, right? This is the domain of f, right?
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah. And we can find the range also. If we just put f of -1 here, then it will be 0. And f of infinity will be some infinity, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
the range of f, range
Ma'am,
of
G
f,
of F and F of G is same.
no. G of f and f of g is not necessarily same. They may be
Okay.
same sometime, but in general, they are not same.
Okay.
We can discuss some example over that after we finish this question.
Okay.
Yeah. So what will be the range then from here we can get what will be the range from this? It's 0,
Infinity will include it.
Infinity.
right? This is the range, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So we have our f is from -1 infinity to 0 infinity. So here we got our a and b. This is our a, this is our b, right? If we now do the same thing for the function g, so this is what should be the domain for g? What should be the domain for g here?
GR, ma'am.
Or
Yes.
any real number.
If we take any real number, so there is no issue with this function. So what will be the codomain or range?
That will also be R.
Ma'am, it can be real number because X is a
0
square
to R.
form.
0 to infinite. 0 to infinite.
0 to infinity.
Yeah, 0 to infinity.
Why 0 to infinity?
Or
Ma'am,
ma'am.
it is a square form, ma'am. So definitely it
If
will
we
be.
take one here, g of 1.
Yeah, minus infinity to infinity.
So
If we take g of 0, it will be -1, right?
Yeah, minus infinity to
So
infinity.
this is
Range
not the
R,
range.
ma'am.
This is not the range, right?
No, ma'am.
But is
Then
it
it will be
possible
real
to get
number.
anything lesser than -1?
No.
Minus infinity to infinity, ma'am.
no.
Yeah,
Okay.
-1 to infinity.
Yeah, you can also easily check if this is less than -1, then x square should be less than 0, right? So this is clearly not possible because x is real number, right? We're working with real number, right? Yeah. So from here you can also check it. So what will be our codomain then? -1 to infinity, right?
-1 to infinity.
Minus 1 to infinity, yeah.
So we got our A, B, C, and D. Now we can calculate domain for, here we get G compose F. Oh, sorry. Is my screen visible?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. Not
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Now you can. Yeah.
And now it is
Now
okay.
we can,
Now it's
yeah.
okay.
So now we can calculate the domain for this, right? So the domain for G compose F should be D, where D equals to X belongs to the domain of F, such that f of x in belongs to R, right? Where now f of x always in the codomain or range of f, right? And this is clearly subset of R, right? 0 infinity is clearly a subset of R, right? So if we take any point from here, then f of x will be in R. So the domain
ma'am.
will be the whole interval, right? This 2
Yes, yes.
minus 1 infinity. This will be the domain and codomain for this function, right? So this option is clearly correct. Option C. So any doubt with this?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, could you please
Okay.
explain again the domain of g of x? That.
Domain of g of x. Okay. So you can easily check this if we collect this function. So if for any real number, there should not be any problem with this function, right? If we put any real number here, there is no issue with this, right? Any real number, for any real number, we can take the square of it, right?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
is no
understood,
fraction
understood.
in this exponent. So we can take any real number, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why the domain will be R. No, any issue? Any doubt?
No, no. Understood, understood.
And let us check other option.
Ma'am, I am not getting this g of f, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, means till f domain and range and g domain and range I understood, but how we are taking this g of f, that word I'm not getting.
So G of F,
Domain of
we
the
know
composite
the
function.
domain for G compose F is this D, right? Such that X belongs to the domain of F, such that Fx belongs to the domain of G, right? This is from the definition.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. So we can easily check the range of F is 0 infinity, which is clearly a subset of real number, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so for any x here, if we take any x from this domain of F, the functional value will be real number. That's why we're taking the whole domain of x. Okay.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Got it.
So we can check the others option. Easily R is not equals to this one, right? So this is not correct. And what about R minus 1 infinity? It should be minus infinity
Yeah,
to
minus.
1. This, right? So this is also not equals to this clearly.
Yeah.
So this option is not correct. And here, what about this option? We have minus 3 to infinity. Then we have 5 here. We are and we have minus 5, minus 1. So if we take intersection of this two, then it will be minus 3, minus 1, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And from minus 3 infinity, if we just exclude minus 3 to minus 1, it will be again equals to minus 1 infinity, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So this option will also be correct, right?
Okay.
Ma'am, I have two doubts. First, why in the fourth option you have written minus infinity to 0?
Because we are subtracting 1 infinity. Oh, sorry.
It's
It will be
minus 1,
1.
right? Yeah.
1, right? Yeah. Now it's fine, right?
1 we are from minus infinity till 1 we are excluding. Then
Yes.
how are we
But
including minus 1?
here is like open interval 1, right? So we are not taking 1. So 1 will be in this domain.
So okay. And can you explain the second option again, please?
Okay. Sure. So here we have, in the second option, we have minus 3, comma infinity minus 3, 5 intersection -5, -1, right? So we will first calculate this one. This is -3, 5, and this is -5. So we know that -5 less than -3, this less than -1, and this less than 5, right? So the
Yes.
intersection domain will be -3, -1, right? Open interval -3, -1, because -3 is not here and -1 is not in the domain. So this will be this. If we now subtract, if we now calculate this, then it will be clearly -1, infinity, right?
Yeah, okay. Can you please scroll up? I'll just take a screenshot real quick. Yeah, done. Thank you.
Okay. So no problem with this question, right?
Well, if it was fog, then the answer remains same.
In assignment?
No, the same question. There is golf norm. If it was fog,
Okay.
then the answer remains same, I think. Is it?
I don't know what about what question you are talking.
Ma'am,
So
he's asking FOG.
the
FOG.
functions are
Yeah,
same.
FOG.
Here we have G compose F. So G compose F and F compose G is not same all the time.
No, I am talking in this particular question.
Okay. You want
Whether
to
it is
know
same.
about F compose G?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We can calculate it, right? We have.
Yeah.
We can calculate it and check it. We have x1 per half and G equals to x squared -1. So what is G compose Fx? G of x plus 1 power half, right? And this is x plus 1 minus 1, which is x, right? If we take positive value, so then it is x. And if we calculate F compose G of x, what will be the value of this one? X square minus 1, right?
Yeah.
Then it will be x square minus 1 plus 1 to the power half, right? So it will be again x. Yeah. So here the both are same.
Yes.
But it is not necessarily same every
Yeah,
time.
got it.
Yeah.
Ma'am, for the fourth option,
both are same.
For the fourth option, could be right for it to be correct, r minus infinity to -1 with both not included.
R minus?
Like r excluding minus infinity to -1 where both are not included. This will be right?
No. Because, okay, oh yeah, this is right. It will be
This is
again
correct.
Yeah. This is correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is correct. This is completely correct. So, yeah. Any other questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, can you please explain how the domain of f of x is calculated?
Domain
why
of
it can't be, yeah, why it can't be -2 or -3, something like that?
Because we have the exponent as half, right? If we take any, like if this is not greater or equals to 0, then it will be some negative number. X plus 1 will be some negative number, right? If it is not greater or equals to 0.
Yeah.
In that case, it will be complex, right? But here we are just working with real number system. So we will not consider complex number here. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Minus something to the power half means minus root 3 iota, right? So it will be complex number.
Understood.
Yeah. Fine, na? So we can move to the next question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here the solution is given. Yeah, this is the next question. Take your time to solve it.
Ma'am, where we can find such PDFs like this
You
one?
want this PDF which we are solving right now.
Yeah. With
I will
solution.
share it in the chat box. After we finish it, I will share it in the chat box.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Just read the question carefully. It's a pretty simple question. Nothing to do at all. So yeah, you can solve it easily. It's just a straightforward question. Okay, so we have one answer, 36499. Ratna Kumar, do you want to say something? You have raised your hand. Okay, so we have
Yes, ma'am.
two.
Regarding 5.2 one question, 5.2 assignment one question, you told it will be answered last, no?
Okay, so yeah, you just after the end of the discussion, you take a screenshot and send it in the chat box. Then we will discuss it. I will
Okay, ma'am.
also share the PDF in the chat box. Okay, so yeah, we can discuss the question. So as I told you, that is a pretty simple question. We have given this equation. So here the meaning of each variable is also given. D is the percentage growth rate of population per year. So D is basically percentage per year, and T is the time since the initial population count, and the initial population is A naught. This is and T is time, right? So here it has started from 2015, and population and the final time is 2020. That means when T equals to 0, initial was, and this when the year is 2020, then it will be T equals to 5, right? From 0 to after 5 years, we can get 2020, right? So we get the value of T here, which is 5. Here we have given the growth rate is 4% per year. So D is basically 4. And Yeah, the initial population when t equals to 0, the year was 2015 and the initial population was 30,000. So alpha naught is 30,000. So we can just put the value of this in this equation and just calculate this. To the power 5. Here we have already given the calculation. So yeah, this is approximately 36500. This is the answer. Any issue? Yeah.
Acceptable, ma'am. Decimal points are acceptable, ma'am. 3649.58.
Can you repeat it? 364
499. Close to 36500.
Ha. Is point after point, what was the number?
58.
8.
58.
58.
5. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. This is approximate to 36500. If you supposed to give any integer value, then it will be close to 0 because it is 58, right? After 5, we have a number greater than a 0.
They mention approximate in the question. We should make it as an integer format and we should give the answer.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you,
You
ma'am.
have to calculate the more closer value. So if we get this type of after point, if this is 5859 something, then it will be closer to 36500. So yeah, this is the answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So I don't think you have any doubt with this. It was a pretty simple question. So yeah, we can move to the next question, right? The fifth question, and this is probably the last question of today's session. After that, I will pick your doubts. So yeah, try to solve this question. Write your answer on the chat box. Why is the last option wrong, man? It is decreasing within the given domain. Which question, about which question you are talking?
That 5.2, ma'am. I just already posted at 5.
Okay.
Can go up that.
After let me first finish this question, then we will pick it. Okay, so we have so many answers, 1 and 2, A, B, C. That means 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, A, and B. Okay. Will not come. Okay. So we can solve it. If we have our function fx, then we can calculate f inverse x, right? So you know, if f inverse x compose f equals to f compose f inverse x, this is our identity function, right? You know that already. So here we want to calculate f inverse x. So we will pick this condition and it will be f compose f inverse of x equals to x. So this is f of f inverse x equals to x, which is f inverse x square equals to x, and this will imply f inverse x equals to root x, right? So we got our f inverse x. So here we can check like the number of point of intersection from the graph. So here we have y equals to x squared, which is a parabola, and the axis is y-axis, right? And if this this is a function y equals to root x. That means x equals to y squared. This is again equation of a parabola and axis is x-axis, right? So we can draw the graph here, or f inverse will be something like that. This is our f inverse and our f will be something like that. F. So from the graph, it is clear that the number of point of intersection is 2, right? Up to this is clear, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So from this picture, number of point of intersection is clear. And you already know if for two functions, x, y, if this is the point of intersection, then it will satisfy both function, right? That means in that point, both the functional value will be same. So we have this equation, right? And we can clearly calculate this equation. If we do square, then it will be x to the power 4 minus x equals to 0, right? And we can take x as common, then it will be x cube minus 1 equals to 0. And from here, it is x equals to 0, x cube minus 1 equals to 0. And x cube minus 1, we know that there is 3 value, 1 and plus minus omega, right? This is something, some root over some function, right? That you know, na?
Yes,
Root of this equation. So this omega is a complex number, right? This is the complex number, right? So we will not consider this number. So here we have only x equals to 0 and x equals to 1. So if we have x equals to 0 and x equals to 1, then we can find the value of y at this x coordinate, right? So f of x equals to 0 when x equals to 0 and f of x equals to 1 when x equals to 1. So the point will be 0, 0 and 1, 1, right? So this is our 0, 0. This is clearly origin. So this is 0, 0 and this is 1. So this 2 points, this 2 options.
Ma'am, we
Any
can
doubt?
also means check when we have two equations, f of x and f inverse of x. Then we can substitute the option, then also we can get the answer.
That is also we can do. Yeah. Mhm. So this is the solution given here. So yeah, the graph is also given here. So yeah, I will share. Now, any doubt regarding this patient or the 5 questions?
Ma'am, question 3 solution, can you show it again?
Sure. This question 3, yes.
No, the one which you have in the printed form as well. Ma'am, down. Can you scroll down a bit? Yeah. This is.
This is
Yeah,
solution.
that's
This is
above,
question.
just above question 4, just above question.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. No? So do you
And,
need the PDF?
I think we have all of these questions in like graded assignment, but if like some people wanted, even share it in the chat box.
No, ma'am, not needed now. Actually, I thought there are more questions like this.
It was similar type of questions, like similar type of questions.
Okay, then no need to share it, I think.
Yeah.
So
Ma'am, I have
it's
a doubt
fine.
in 5 questions.
With this 5 question, you don't have any doubt, na? Then we can move with your other doubts.
On the last question, solution as well.
This one.
Down. Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
down. This area, this.
He didn't hit the ground. He still is above the ground only.
Yeah, we're just checking if I did it right. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Fine,
I
no?
got out in fourth
Yes,
line,
thank
ma'am.
you.
Fourth line in fifth question.
Fifth question. This one.
No, ma'am. Scroll down. Yes, ma'am. Scroll down. The fourth line, ma'am.
Fourth line means
F of f inverse x is equal to x.
this line
No, ma'am.
or this line? This line.
हाँ, मैम below वाली, below इसके नीचे वाली. F inverse x whole square is equal to x. वो वाली.
This line or this line. What?
No, ma'am.
I think he was asking the one which you have like written in the red.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Above the graph.
Here.
He's asking about the condition that I think.
This condition.
No, actually, it is better to use
Yeah,
other
yeah, that
color to indicate that.
For this condition, F inverse compose F is identity function, right?
Yes, ma'am. But how to proceed this line? Yes, ma'am. This line. How to proceed?
Yeah, you know how to do the composition, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See, if we take this one, then it will not work clearly because we don't know the value of this function, right? We want to calculate the value of this function. We want to calculate this function, right? So if we take this equation, we will get this one, and we know how to do the composition of function. So now here we have f inverse x, f of f inverse x, and you know that f of x equals to x square. So here you take x inverse x as your x, then it will be x square. And this side, x were already in this side. So we are just taking root over in both the side, then it will be f inverse x equals to root over x. Fine, na?
Okay, ma'am. Got it.
Yeah, and after this, we are just taking f inverse x is another function, right? So we can take it as gx equals to root over x. This is another function, and we are just taking gx equals to y. Because when we are drawing, when we have a graph, gx equals to x, so some x dash, then the graph of this function will be x dash or x g of x, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If we like plot the graph, we have to check the coordinate and we will then plot the graph. So we can take this as y coordinate. It's a general form. So it's now fine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
So-
could you please explain how to find the domain of a composite function again? Like, I'm
Okay.
finding a little bit confusion in that.
Ma'am, I want to ask ma'am, is questions from all over or they're
Yeah,
left,
yeah,
ma'am?
yeah. Yeah, question 5 is over.
Questions are over.
Yeah, questions are over.
Ma'am, what are we going to do now? It's a doubt discussion or activity or
Yeah, doubt discussion. Yes.
okay. Okay.
So, yeah, you want to know about the composition of function. So it's pretty simple. We know the general version, right? If we have a function f from a to b and g a function from c to d.
No, ma'am. Actually, how to find the domain of a composite function?
Yeah. So you just have to check whether in this domain the function is to calculate the function is possible or not, because what we know, if f is a function from f a to b, then for every point in a, the functional value or the image of this point should be defined, right? For example, we did this question here. Yeah, this question here we have fx plus 1, sorry, fx equals to x plus 1 to the power half, right? So here we want something which is defined as a value of the function. So if this portion x plus 1, if this is something negative, then it will be, if we take half over some negative number, then it will be a complex number, right? Some -2 or -3 to the power half, it will be √2 iota, right? Which will be in the complex number. So obviously we need something positive, right? Something positive. It may be 0, but we want something non-negative, actually, not positive. Sorry, not positive. We want something non-negative. So if x plus 1 is greater than 0, then x will be greater or equals to -1, right?
-1, yeah.
That means if x is greater or equals to -1, then we don't have any problem with the image of this function. Okay. That is how we can check the domain of any function. And further, if we for the second function, we have gx equals to x square minus 1. So for any real number, if you take the square, for any real number, if we take the square, it will be again a real number, right? And if we subtract 1 from a real number, it will be again a real number. So we don't have any problem with any of real
Actually,
number.
I understood what you are saying. Like, I can find the domain of fx and gx separately, but when it comes to the domain of the whole like composite function, so it becomes difficult for me to do that.
You just need to check this,
So, like,
this condition.
yeah. Is there any condition? Like, can you
Yeah.
please write that condition clearly?
This is the condition. If we have f from A to B and G from C to D, then the domain of F compose G is D dash, where D dash means x belongs to C, domain of this function, such that the functional value is in A.
Okay.
This is the condition.
Okay. I'll work on this condition then. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I have a common doubt, ma'am.
Yes.
For n term, how much assignments, ma'am, they will be considering 10 or 5, ma'am?
Can you repeat it for n terms? That means the like composition of n functions you're talking about.
No, ma'am. Common doubt, ma'am. N term. I mean, semester. End semester.
Okay,
September
sorry.
1, ma'am.
I thought you are talking about n terms. Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. So, about that, they will be considering 10 graded assignments or 5 graded assignments, ma'am.
Okay. That I don't know actually. So probably
For
next
that,
session.
you can refer to the grading like document that has been provided.
In video, they said that first 10, but in website, they are saying that 5.
Yeah, I think one of the TAs was showing. I don't remember which TA was that exactly, but I remember that somebody had asked a doubt, the similar doubt, and they were showing us the the grading system what will be followed.
Yes,
So
I think yesterday it was shown
There
in
must be a
statistics.
general grading system then. Did you like have any general grading system or any curriculum for this course?
I think it is written for it will be best of 10 out of the 11 assignments. 12th, I think it won't be counted. I'm not sure about this. I think we should refer to it.
Yeah, then
and the 12th assignment won't be counted, but
yeah.
questions will be there in the end term from it. I think
Okay.
something of this sort.
Then I think if there is any guideline, then we will follow the guideline. If still you have any doubt with the guideline, then you can ask it to the TAs actually. So they will properly tell you about the ones.
Ma'am, I'm going college, so I can't attend TA section. So that's why I'm asking in
So
here.
you can attend. You can ask it in whenever Vishal sir will be taking any class. You can ask him about it. He might
Ma'am, I
have
think
some better information than me about this.
someone has sent a link in the chat box. I think she can refer to that. That is the grading that will be followed.
Thank you. I'll be seeing that.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, you can
Ma'am, it
just.
must be in the student curriculum, I guess.
Please refer handbook.
Yeah, there
student
is
handbook.
guidelines
Yeah.
curriculum also. You can check it. It will be mentioned there, obviously. I don't know what is the exact procedure. So I'm the right one to guide you about this one. So you can check the guideline. Also, you can ask Vishal about it if you're not able to attend the TA sessions.
Ma'am, will we able to get a class on week 6 open session in the remaining time?
Haha.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Some VV brothers, you have said that, ma'am, third option is also correct. For which question you are talking about the third option?
For third question, second question. Send second question.
Second question.
No, sorry. For last question.
Last question. So we're talking about the third option. Why the third option will be correct? -1 is not the point here, right? -1 is not satisfying this because minus f of -1 is 1 and f inverse of -1 belongs to complex number, right?
Okay,
So
ma'am.
this doesn't even satisfy the equations, yeah. So the third option, where is it? It is wrong.
Okay, ma'am. Thanks.
So yeah, now I will pick your doubts. So someone is saying about on fifth question. So can you send the screenshot again?
I send you, ma'am, just now.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay. So the third question, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Which of the following function is our decreasing? Okay. So we can check option by option. We have the first.
Yeah, actually, last one is showing not correct, ma'am. The last one is also decreasing when I plot in decimas. It is decreasing only. F of x is equal to 1 by x within that's the domain. It is decreasing only, except at 0. It is always decreasing.
So it's the domain is wait.
R
So
minus
this is
0.
the whole domain, right? R minus 0. That means we're just excluding this point.
Correct. So except that point, everywhere it's decreasing only continuously.
This is something like that. Okay. So you have problem with the third option, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I opted that one also, but it's showing wrong. That's why
Okay,
it's
okay.
wrong.
Actually, see, if I take some point from this interval, then if we have x1 greater than x2, then from this interval it will be reverse inequality, right? X1 will be greater than 1 by x2. Sorry.
So x is minus infinity, it will be a higher number. Greater than infinity, it will be better.
There are domain is
Simple.
this.
If we simply make it like that.
0 infinity. So we can take this one, right? For this we have reverse.
Yeah, 0 and also it is decreasing. Other side is this corner. Third quarter it is coming down.
No, you have to compare like direct a
2 is
lesser
greater
number.
than 3, right? But 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 3 also.
No,
Right?
ma'am.
Why no? 1 by 2 is not greater
Yeah,
than
yeah,
1 by
correct.
3.
Yeah. But 2 greater than 3 is wrong, ma'am. Then 2 is less than 3.
Okay. Sorry, we can take this 0.2 greater than less than 0.3, right?
Yes,
So if
ma'am.
we're talking about 1 by 0.2, this is some 10 by 2, that means 5, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
1 by 0.3 is some 10 by 3. 10 by 3 is 5. 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 10 by 3 is this is clearly less than 5, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But 0.2 is less than 0.3.
Except
Right?
by seeing graph itself, it is continuously coming down, ma'am. We don't have to take any reference.
F of 0. No. But in this point, this is like that, right?
F of
F of
0.2. F of 0.2.
Oh, no. We have the reverse inequality.
Yeah.
And if we're taking something after okay, yeah. So yeah, we can check it directly from the if test is minus 1 by x square. This is negative. So yeah, this function will be decreasing.
Why can't we take it like minus infinity, it reaches to 1. Positive infinities will be reaches to 0.
Oh, that is also coming down, sir. The third quarter, it is coming down from bottom of that second x-axis. It's coming down towards the y-axis. Yeah. There are two parts in the graph.
No, but
Yes.
if commonly what happens, suppose if
Sorry.
if one
When we're talking about the negative portion, this is the top positive portion.
Yeah.
But negative
That
portion
portion
will
is
be
just opposite. No, not that way, ma'am. Down. It is coming down. From bottom of the x-axis, it's coming down towards the y-axis in the same
when
third
x
quarter.
tends to minus infinity, then y tends to 0, right?
Correct, ma'am.
So yeah, when x
Y
tends
tends to
to
minus downwards, ma'am, not upwards. Y minus no, it's minus to minus only. The sign will not change. So for each minus value of x, minus value only will come in y. So it is graph is down. Just you have to flip that graph, second graph.
So higher the number at a denominator, you should understand like this. Higher the number denominator, the value will go down, no?
If we compare minus 2 and minus 3, minus 2 is greater than minus 3, right?
Minus 2
But
is
what
greater than
about
minus 3. Correct, ma'am.
what about minus 1 by 3 and minus 1 by 2? Then the inequality reverse, right? It will be reversing inequality, right?
Correct, ma'am.
Yeah. So for this interval, 0 infinity, this is decreasing. But for this interval, it's increasing.
No,
You
ma'am,
can
that graph
clearly
itself wrong. Graph itself wrong. You have to flip the graph. Graph is not correct for minus 1 by x.
When graph is wrong,
You have to flip that graph towards down. X-axis to
it should
y-axis
be
in
downward
third
towards
quarter.
the negative minus infinity.
Third quarter, ma'am. It's coming in third quarter.
Okay. So let me check. When x is near to 0, it will be this, and when x is tends to minus infinity or some negative, okay, this will be in this quarter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It will be something like that, right?
Yes, ma'am. Correct. Only at 0 domain, it's not possible. So that is already excluded from the domain. So it's clearly decreasing at every point. This is the first question I feel confused with the answer. Otherwise, IIT standard always maintained.
Yeah. This is right.
The value of my at y x minus 2, what is the value of y? You see, I'm just asking, what is the value of y at minus
minus
4?
1 by 2.
Suppose minus 2, minus 4, whatever value you take. At a graph, see the graph.
Yeah.
It will be higher than y will be greater. As you go down, it will be on the greater side.
So yeah, this is decreasing here also. Mhm. Okay, so this option, yeah, from this condition also this option should be correct. I don't know why it is given wrong here. Okay, I will check the answer again. Maybe there may be some mistake here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Ma'am, you can take -5 and 5 and then reciprocal of it by inequality.
Okay, right. We can also check with
Why you are telling it
It's not valid
decreasing?
for
Why
that
you are
one.
telling it decreasing?
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
increasing, no? If you take -4,
No.
value will
This
become
is
y will reach to 0.
increasing. This is decreasing, right?
No. I'm sure something.
Actually, it is neither increasing nor decreasing, I think.
Actually,
No.
yeah.
It's
Because
increasing
we
graph.
can
If you
this.
take a value of x, take a value of x, suppose, in a graph itself.
Okay, value of x.
Value of, suppose, -2. Then you
Okay,
will get y is
-2.
-1. If you take -4, you will get value around -0.5.
No, if we take
Right?
-2, then y is
Yeah.
-1/2, right?
Yes,
-0.5.
-1. Yeah. So it is. So y is increasing. So as you reach to -infinity, your y will reach to 0.
Hmm.
So it's increasing function, no? As your y, you're inputting the
No.
value.
See. No, this is not like that. If we have, for increasing function, if we have some x1 is greater than x1, and if we have this condition, then we say that, sorry, 2, this, then it is increasing. If for
-2 is greater
x1
than
greater
-4,
than
right? Let's
x2,
take it like that. -2 is greater than -4.
1 second.
And -1 will be
-1 is greater than
-4, right?
4.
Let's take it to example. So -2, you will get a value
Okay,
around 4.
yeah, you're correct. Then 1 -1, and here we have -1/4. So yeah, this is greater than -1.
So decreasing.
Ma'am, if you will take one positive and one negative value, then it's not coming true.
No, the 0 is eliminated now, so we cannot compare with that combination. 0 is eliminated from the domain.
0 is
No,
included.
still we can compare
It
with
doesn't matter.
that doesn't matter actually. So -1 is greater, 1 is greater than -1, and here again we can find, yeah. Yes. This is the contradiction, right? Good, very good. Yeah. So if we are taking this, then we are getting this. But for this, we can get this is increasing, and here this is decreasing.
You can take that example, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. So
We can
it
take.
is clear now, right? When we are taking two positive, like in this interval, the function is decreasing. In this interval, also the function is decreasing. But when we are taking some point from here and one point from here, then it's not holding. Then it will be increasing. You can clearly see even in this point, if we're taking any negative number, the functional value is here, and we're taking any positive number, then the functional value is somewhere here, right?
It's decreasing from -infinity to 0
Increasing,
and
right?
0 to
When
infinity,
we're
but not
increasing
in
this,
whole domains.
that is fine. It is decreasing on this domain. If we restrict the domain with this component or with this component, then this is decreasing. But yeah, when we are taking 1 point from the negative side and 1 point from the positive side, then it's not decreasing. Then it will be increasing, because see, here it is increasing, here it is also increasing, right?
Yeah.
So that is why the function is not increasing. decreasing here. The option 3 will not be correct. Clear, na?
Oh, clear, ma'am. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Then
And
what
from
is the
here
correct answer?
also, answer 3 is not correct. From here also we can check. Actually.
No, whether it is
For
now it is increasing or it is neither increasing nor decreasing. The both
it is
are
neither
remaining.
increasing nor decreasing. Yes, it is neither increasing nor decreasing. But if we restrict the domain, then it will be decreasing. If we restrict the domain to 0 infinity or minus infinity to 0, then it will be decreasing.
Okay.
So, yeah, any other doubt?
I had a doubt from practice assignment.
Okay, you can take a screenshot and share it.
Okay.
Okay, so someone has written the conclusion here properly. Yeah, this is nice job. Did you share it? I'm not able to see any screenshot here.
Not yet. Actually,
Okay.
I joined the meeting from laptop, so I have to connect now.
Okay, so if you have any doubt, just share the screenshot here. I will pick one by one.
I have sent a file.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have a bank A, and the first deposit is interest rate is 10% per year. So after okay, so after 10 years, when time was to 10 years, okay, so after 10 years, what is the amount? P became P dash, right? So what is P dash after 10 years? We have 10% per year, right? So what is 10% of P? Mm-hmm. Any one of you? What is 10% of P?
10 P by 100.
Yes. So this is P by 10, right? This P by 10, right?
Yeah, P by 10, yeah.
So the time is after 10 years, it will become after when time equals to 10, it will be into 10, right? In 10 years,
Yes.
it will be into 10. That means P, right? So our P dash will be 2P, right? Am I correct? Am I correct?
How 2P? Like,
We have to add the interest with the deposit, right?
okay, yeah.
So the interest, the deposit was P, and after 10 years, the total interest is P, right? So we should add it.
Yeah. It will be 2P, right?
Then we have P dash as 2P. Then what they're saying, deposit in another, okay, for N years, which provides an interest of rate this per year, okay? So we have another bank P. We have interest rate 12.5% per year, okay? And time is N years. A may represent the amount. Okay. So MAX is amount after X years in bank A, and MBY is after Y years in bank B, right? This is what our MA and MB. If the interests are compounded yearly, then choose the set of correct option. Okay. First one is okay. So what should be our first target here? We should find some equation for MA and MB, right?
Yeah, to find whether it is 1-to-1 or not.
Yes. So how can we find equation for MA and MB with this given things? MA's amount after X year in the bank A. So the value is amount, and the value of this one, this is amount, and after X year. So we can, in this, like in a function, we have one dependent variable and one independent variable, right? Right. So we can take X year as our independent variable. So we have to create a function with this. So here we have some data given that deposit was P and interest rate is this after T times. Here, if we take some Y, don't confuse with this. This is some another variable Y equals to MAX. So if we take X1 not equals to X2, then we can imply MA of X1 not equals to MA of X2, right? Right?
Yeah.
We because every year we are adding some amount which with the interest, right? So if we have different years, then the whole amount will be different, right?
Different, yeah.
Yeah. So we can conclude that the first option is correct from here, right?
Yeah. So yeah, basically amount is different. So
For different year,
amount, yeah, amount is
amount,
becoming different for each increasing
yes,
year, right? Like
yes,
that.
yes.
So like we have
So
unique image, right? In that
yes,
way.
we have unique image for different policy.
Yeah. Hmm.
So what are the option? Can you say me? I think option 1 is correct. So what are the option correct here?
Actually, ma'am, in the option third, right?
Mhm.
I do not get that.
Okay.
Like we have not yet found the equation, right? So how to find that
So
also?
option 2 is also correct, right? The same logic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, option. Let us check the another option. MA of 12. That means
12 is
after 12 year, what will be the amount, right?
yeah.
Okay, so for this, we should find the equation here. So if we just create a graph, when x equals to 0, our amount is p, right?
Yeah.
When x equals to 1, this is p plus p by 10. Equals to 2, it is p plus p by 10 into 2, right? So if we follow the process, when x equals to n, it will be p plus p by 10 into n, right? So we can take the function mx as p plus px by 10, right?
Yeah.
So now if we just calculate mx of 12, this is p plus 12 p by 10, right? So this is p into 10 plus 12 by 10, right?
Yeah.
So this will be p into 22 by 10. This is actually 2.2, right?
Yeah.
So can you check 1.1 to the power 12? Is it 2.2?
No, I don't think so. It will be.
It should not be 2.2.
Yeah.
So the option
yeah. Yeah, that option is incorrect. Now understood.
Now you can check another the other option, right? Fourth option is also incorrect.
No. Here it's saying fourth is correct. I'm confused. Why?
Fourth is correct. Fourth should not
I
be.
think I think we made some mistake in calculating, like in making the equation. I think. Actually, these type of word questions are very confusing. There are several in the practice assignment.
But we should practice this type of question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what.
MAX represent the amount in the account after X year of depositing in the bank.
Ma'am, do you have solution of this practice assignment? By any chance? Because like it's not uploaded yet on the portal. That's why.
Right now I don't have any solution for this. So yeah. We can check it. So option 4 is given correct, right? So maybe there is a mistake with the form. It should not be correct, right? Because the amount, this should not be 0 after 12 years.
Yeah. That is the confusion I had.
Logically, this should not be 0 after 12 years. Still, I will check the solution if there is a mistake or what. But logically, this should not be 0.
Okay, no problem.
Mhm.
And ma'am,
So for now,
if you are
we
in a
can
position to request them to add the solution PDF in the practice, please ask them, please.
Okay. Sure. I will check
Because
it.
like there are many questions that are very confusing in the practice assignment. That's why. Thank you.
Sure.
Ma'am.
Yeah. So if we have the function, now you can check it for this, right? And for B, for MB of n, similarly we can calculate the function, right?
Yeah.
We have the interest rate and we have the deposit as P dash, which is 2P.
Yeah.
So with this kind of table, we can calculate what should be our MB, right? So rest of the option you
I'll
can
do
check.
that. I'll do that.
Yeah. If still any problem is happening, then please do inform us. We will definitely check it. But according to me,
I've
this
shared
should not be
week
0.
5
Like,
assignment solutions, ma'am. Practice assignment.
okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Also, we have another one. This is the same type of question which we just did here, right? F of x equals to 1 minus x to the power half. And else, VV brothers, you shared a question. So what is your problem with this question?
Ma'am, I want to check whether it is correct or not.
Okay. So here we have fx equals to 1 minus x power half and gx equals to 1 minus x square, right? So what you have to do, we have to check the domain of the function. We can do it in the similar way, right? G compose x. So when you are talking about x, this 1 minus x should be positive. That means 1 greater equals to x. That means x should be less equals to 1. So our domain should be minus infinity, comma 1. Right? So f is from minus infinity to 1. And for g, we don't have any issue. So this will be R. So we need to check the domain. So what is G compose f of x? So if we take this value, what will be the range of this one? This is some 0 to infinity, right? So this is again a subset of real number. So we can take the whole domain minus infinity, comma 1. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if we take this 1 infinity, it will be, sorry, open interval minus infinity to 1, right? So the option 4 is clearly correct. And what about this one? Union minus infinity, minus 2. So you can check this option. So clearly minus infinity less than minus 2 less than 1 less than infinity, right? So the intersection portion will be minus 2 comma 1, right?
Yes.
Minus 2, this is again minus infinity comma 1, right?
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Thanks. Got it.
So someone has sent it some PDF. So I have okay. So this is a long PDF, right? If you have doubt with some particular question, you can take a screenshot and share it.
No, I just shared the week 5 practice assignment solutions here. Someone had asked me.
Okay. So yeah, whoever was asking for the solution set, you can check this one. So we
I
have
have
one
checked
question.
and yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, understood why we were not getting 0. Like,
So yeah, let me also check it. Okay.
and even the equation that we made, that is correct.
Yes. Okay, so you got it, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I got it.
Okay. So we have another question. We have two function f of x equals to 5x plus 9 by 2x and g of y equals to root over y square minus 9. So h of x equals to g of x. So what then okay. So here do you need to find the value of
range
h
of the
of x?
function.
What is the question here?
Need to find the range of the function. So there are alphabets m and n which need to identify.
Oh, can you share the whole question? Here the whole question is
You need
not
to find a range. If you find the range, you will get the m and n
okay.
values.
So we just need to find the range, right?
For both the way, fx and gx.
Okay, like for h actually. Okay.
I got confused in fx, basically gx, so I could find it. Fx, took a lot of.
So if this is a real number, right? If x is not equals to 0, then there is no problem with this function, right?
Yeah.
Any other real number, if we take, if x is not equals to 0, then we should not have any problem with this function, right? So we can consider minus infinity, comma 0, union 0, comma infinity as a domain of f. Okay.
Yeah.
So also from here we can calculate the range.
So gx 3.
For gx, y square minus 9, it should be positive. So y square should be greater than 9. That means y should be greater than
3.
This should be something like minus infinity to minus 3 union 3 to infinity, right? This should be also 0. So this should be greater equals to
3. Yeah. That's
yeah. So this is common for our. Now, if we have domain, then we can also calculate the range, right? Just we need to consider the functional value, right? So if we take in minus infinity here, g of minus infinity, it will be something tends to infinity, right? Right? Because we are doing infinity minus 9, which is again an infinity. G of -3 or
So can you help me with fx range? That I could identify.
So this is basically 0 to infinity, right? And range of f, similarly, we can calculate range of f when x tends to infinity. So f of this, we can write it as 5 by 2 plus 9 by x, right? 2x, right?
Yeah.
When
Okay,
x tends to infinity.
Yeah, now I got it. So I should have splitted it. Okay.
This should tends to.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. X tends to 0. This tends to some infinity. From here we can like
Yeah. Now it is zero. I could not split it.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So no need to calculate further, right? You can calculate it.
No. Yeah.
Okay. So no other doubt, I guess, because I can't see any other question or screenshot here. So I think don't have any other doubt. I am not very sure about the quiz 2 syllabus. You can ask it in the next session. The next session will be it will be taken by Vishal. So you can ask him about the syllabus. I'm not very sure about the syllabus. So if you don't have any doubt regarding the concepts or any question, then we can end up the session. If you don't have any doubt, you can leave. Otherwise, you can share the screenshot.
Ma'am, how do we know that TA sessions about TA sessions? Means I have added in calendar, but
You have a calendar, right?
yes.
So yeah, sessions are we are conducting the session according to the calendar, I guess. So if there is a TA session, it should be mentioned there in the calendar.
Okay, ma'am.
You just have to follow the calendar properly. Every session is mentioned in the calendar.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you don't have any doubt, as I can't see any question in the chat box. So we can end the session here. Yeah, you can leave if you don't have any doubt. Giving 4th August qualify necessary upfront giving sign. About this system, I really don't have that much clear idea. So I can't really help you with this doubt. There are open sessions also, what I think. So yeah, you can check with the open sessions for this type of system related doubt.
What is asymptote? Where I find y equal to x equal to 0?
Yes, it's kind of n behavior.
Means where a value of x will be 0 in the function. Because one function I'm getting, because I'm getting 31. The answer is 32. I don't know why.
Which question?
I will.
There should be some formula given for calculating the asymptote, I guess. So if you doubt with this, you can share it. Otherwise, I will.
I shared.
Okay. Acha. So the asymptote is basically when we take x tends to 0. Okay. When x tends to 0, then what will be the value of y?
If I input the x equal to 0,
When x tends to 0, if you simply put x equals to 0, it will be 1 minus 32, right? Which is minus 31, right?
yeah,
At x equals to 0,
it should be
the
31,
value
right?
of x,
So it should be
yeah.
31.
Hmm.
Let me see. No, it's 32.
What is the answer given?
32. That's the reason I asked you, because I'm making some mistake or
Okay, let me check whether it's when x tends to 0 or x tends to minus. It should be x tends to 0, right? Oh, the function is wait. We can draw the graph here. Let me share my screen again. So, are you able to see my screen?
yeah.
So, this is some minus 31. The graph should be something like that, right? Right? If I'm not wrong, when x equals to 0, this point is minus 31. Oh. This is y 0, minus 31.
Either I have a graph. If I plot, how to plot minus 31?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Can I repeat it?
answer is the same, no, minus 32. So minus 31 is the answer.
No. See, when x equals to 0, asymptote is something this point with the end behavior. So we should calculate this behavior or this behavior. So when x tends to minus infinity, okay, we want the horizontal asymptote, right?
Yeah.
This we have the graph here. This is our graph. You know how to plot the graph, right?
Yes.
So here we can have two asymptotes. This is our vertical asymptote and this is our horizontal asymptote. Okay. And this is our vertical asymptote. Okay.
So vertical line test. That's what I wanted. Yeah.
So here they need the horizontal asymptote, means this point, right? This point we will get when x tends to minus infinity, right?
Okay. So we should consider like it will be like 32. Okay. So that's the reason it's minus 32.
This point will be minus 32. Yeah, this will be the asymptote. Yeah. After just looking at the function, we can't conclude anything about the asymptote. We should draw the graph actually. That mistake I also did just here. So for this type of function, if we have this type of function, then this will be the asymptote, this y-axis. In that case, we can take as x tends to 0. Right?
Okay, got it.
You just draw the graph, then check what should be the asymptote. So any other confusion?
No, that's
Okay. Okay, so we can end up with the session. Good luck, everyone. Practice all the question, and if you have further doubt, we can again discuss it in the next session, or there will be some open session or TA session. You can also discuss doubt in the session. Okay.
Thank you, thank you. Just one request, please record the session, because in the morning I missed 7 to 9 sessions.
All the sessions are already recorded,
No,
no?
no. I think 2 days
We
before
are
the
live
session I could
streaming
not
all
find.
the session. We are live streaming all the session in our YouTube channel. So you can check all the sessions are recorded already.
So I was on one session in the morning for maths 2 days ago. I remember it was, I could not find it.
Okay. So you can search it again. Actually, all the sessions are being live streaming. So all the sessions should be in our official YouTube channel.
The session which is around 7 to 9 in the morning, I remember.
Okay.
You have missed out.
Yeah, that should be also there in the video playlist. You can search it again.
Let me check again.
Definitely. Yeah, you can check it again. This should definitely be there because all the sessions are being live streaming. So I think this should be in our official channel. Okay. So yeah, we can end the session here.